Hi students, welcome to Karthik Chemistry channel. Today I want to teach you about fabrication, some fabrication methods or fabrication of plastics. Okay, so what is fabrication? What is molding of plastic? Shaping of an article from a plastic material by the application of heat and pressure is called fabrication. Okay, shaping of an article from a plastic material by the application of heat and pressure in a closed chamber is called molding or fabrication of plastics. So what are the important methods for molding? We have so many molding techniques. So out of several different molding techniques, the main molding techniques are the main fabrication methods are compression molding, injection molding, extrusion molding, transfer molding, blow molding, and casting. These are the main techniques. Okay, so see here, the first one is compression molding. Compression molding technique is applicable for both thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Okay, both thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics can be converted into any suitable shape by using compression molding technique. So see the diagram here. Here the compounded plastic powder is introduced into the cavity of bottom mold. So this molder has upper mold and lower mold. So the lower mold containing cavity is filled with compounded plastic powder. Compounded plastic powder means plastic with some ingredients. So plastic with some ingredients in viscous state is introduced into this cavity. Okay, then with the help of these two guide pins, by the application of pressure on upper mold into the lower mold, the article is ejected. Okay, so the raw materials are taken in the cavity of bottom mold, is subjected to simultaneous heating and cooling. In case of thermosetting resins, curing is done by heating, and in the case of thermoplastics, curing is done by cooling. After curing, the article is ejected from the mold. Okay, it is lower mold or bottom mold. It is also called female dye. It is upper mold. Okay, these two are supported with guide pins. So the compounded plastic powder is introduced in this cavity. Then by the application of pressure on upper mold to the lower mold with the help of these two guide pins, the article is ejected. Okay, so the next technique is injection molding. Injection molding. This technique is applicable to only thermoplastics. Okay, it is exclusive for preparing thermoplastic resins. So here the compounded plastic powder is introduced into this hopper. Okay, plastic plus some ingredients is introduced into this hopper, and then the compounded plastic powder is converted into viscous state because of this heated cylinder, because of this cylinder is containing coils for heating. The compounded plastic powder is converted into viscous state. Okay, then with the help of this screw conveyor, it is screw conveyor. With the help of this screw conveyor, the viscous plastic powder is forced into this cavity. Okay, the cavity which is present in the bottom mold. So the plastic powder which is in viscous state is forced into the cavity with the help of screw conveyor, and then by the application of pressure on upper mold, it is upper mold, it is bottom mold. So then by the application of pressure on upper mold, the article is ejected. Okay, the article is ejected. So injection molding technique is applicable for only thermoplastics, right? So see here, this is mainly applicable to thermoplastic resins. In this method, the compounded plastic powder is fed into the heated cylinder where it is converted into viscous liquid. This is injected into the cold mold under high pressure by means of screw conveyor. Okay, so by using this screw conveyor, the viscous liquid is forced into the cavity, forced into this cavity. Okay, then curing is done by cooling, and later the article is ejected. Because of thermoplastics, curing can be done by cooling. And then extrusion molding. This technique is also applicable for thermoplastics. This technique is also works with the same principle of injection molding. Both injection molding and extrusion molding techniques works with the same principle. But extrusion molding technique is used for preparing articles of continuous shapes. Okay, like rods, tubes, cables, sheets. These all can be prepared by using extrusion molding technique. Okay, so see here the compounded plastic powder is introduced into the hopper, and then it is converted into viscous liquid in this steel cylinder because of heated coils. Because of these are heated coils, so because of heated coils, the compounded plastic powder is converted into viscous liquid. Then it is forced into the orifice. It is orifice. So this viscous liquid is forced into this orifice, and then the article is ejected by the application of pressure on this metallic wick. Okay, so injection molding and extrusion molding techniques. Injection molding and extrusion molding both are used for preparing articles with thermoplastic resins, but extrusion molding technique is used for getting continuous shapes. Okay, for getting continuous shapes like rods, tubes, sheets, cables. These all are prepared by using extrusion molding technique. Okay, then transfer molding. Transfer molding technique is used for preparing thermosetting plastics. It also works with the same principle of injection molding. In this, the compounded plastic powder is kept in heated chamber, and the plastic fluid is injected through an orifice into the mold by piston plunger. Okay, after curing at required time, the finished article can be ejected. So transfer molding technique is applicable for only thermosetting plastics. Then casting technique. So it is an expensive technique. Here the molder cannot be used again. That is why it is an expensive technique. So see here, the mold is made of lead. The molten resins are poured into mold and cured at 70 degrees centigrade without the application of pressure for several days. That means it left for several days for setting. So here the article can be ejected or removed without application of any pressure. Okay, so once the article is removed, the mold is remelted and new mold is again made. So this method is used for, that is why this method is used for getting or preparing some special shapes for some critical bendings. Anyhow, the cost of the production is very high. So it is casting technique. Okay, see here, write down the notes for casting technique. So students, write down the notes and draw the diagrams of molding techniques. So shaping of an article from a plastic material by the application of heat and pressure in a closed chamber is called molding. The main techniques are compression molding, injection molding, extrusion molding, transfer molding. So compression molding technique is applicable for both thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Okay, draw the diagram and write down the notes. Injection molding. Injection molding technique is also for thermoplastics. Okay, injection molding technique is only applicable for thermoplastic resins but not thermosetting plastics. And then extrusion molding. Extrusion molding technique is also for preparing thermoplastics, but by using this technique we can get only continuous shapes. Both injection molding and extrusion molding are for preparing articles from thermoplastic resins. Okay, both injection molding and extrusion molding techniques are preparing articles from only thermoplastic resins, but by using extrusion molding technique we can prepare articles of continuous shapes. Okay, extrusion molding technique, draw the diagram. Okay students, then for preparing articles with thermosetting plastics we use which technique? Transfer molding technique. By using transfer molding technique we can prepare articles from thermosetting plastics. It is transfer molding technique. And then casting technique. By using casting technique we can prepare both thermo and thermosetting plastics, but it is a expensive technique. Okay students, thank you.